morning students. We are continuing with our standard 10 chapter 15 which is economic development. In previous video what we have seen is first concept is economic development. What is economic development? Constant increase in national income, or what is the other term of national income is GDP. Second one is increasing in a per capita income, and third one is improving the lifestyle of the people. Okay, first one continuously increasing national income, or you can say GDP. Second one is continuously increasing per capita income, and third one is improving lifestyle of the people is called economic development. So, what is GDP? First, GDP is all the goods and services which is produced through the land, labor, capital and through the entrepreneurship in a particular year is called GDP or gross domestic product. Second one is per capita income. By dividing total population of the country with the total income of country, we get a per capita income. By dividing total population of country with the total income of the country, then we getting a per capita income. Then we already studied about the main or most important question, economic development and economic progress. Economic development is a qualitative while economic progress is quantitative. Second term is economic development is a first stage while economic progress is the stage after the economic development. Okay. Third topic, what we have seen as the features of the developing country. Then we have seen that the population growth is high, that's why per capita income is very low. Second one is the poverty. Third one is the unemployment, form of international trade. Okay, that's all this topic we have seen. Our next topic is a structure of Indian economy. After this featuring of developing economy, we have already studied one smaller topic which is a economic activity, and second is a non-economic activity. Economic activity means that the person aim to obtain the money or monetary with the exchange of goods and services is called economic activity, and in non-economic activity, that is no aim to obtain the money from the exchanging of goods and services, it is called economic and non-economic activity. Structure of Indian economy. Most of the countries have this type of structure. First one is a primary sector, secondary sector and a service sector. What is primary sector? Agriculture and agricultural related activity. Example, cattle rearing, cattle breeding, fishing, poultry farm, mining of raw material, etc. are included in this agriculture or primary sector. This primary sector is also called as a agriculture sector. Second one is a secondary sector. Small and large scale industries like electricity, gas and water supply and other construction work are also included in this industrial or secondary sectors. This secondary sector is acknowledged. This secondary sector is acknowledged as the industrial sector too. Okay, this industrial sector is making a small pins to very big gigantic materials. Okay, that's why it is called the industrial sector. Third one is a service sector. As this name suggests, service means whatever service we obtain. First, service like communication, waterway, airway, education, health, banking and insurance. All these services are included in this service sector. So, what is difference between developed country and developing country, likewise this sector? So, in developing country, most of the primary sector are dominating the economy. In developing country, primary sector is dominating this sector, but while in a developed country there is a more proportion of secondary and service sector in the contribution of GDP and employment generation. Okay. In developing country, primary sector is dominating, while in developed country there is a service and industrial, or you can say secondary and service sector is dominating or in contributing in GDP and the employment generation. Okay. Next topic is a factor of production. Okay. There is a 4 tool of factor of production. First one is a land, second is a capital, third is a labor and fourth is the entrepreneurship. Land, in normal sense, what we call land is the upper layer of the surface of the earth is called the land, but in terms of economy, different type of natural resources which includes river, mountain, forest and mineral etc. are recognized or included in the land. Okay. So, first or most important, land is a natural tool for the production. Without this land, other activity can't be done. Okay. Second one is a capital. Capital is a man-made instrument. Capital is a man-made instrument. Capital means simply you can say money. Okay. Money is a man-made instrument. This capital include capital, property, asset and instrument. First, here one term is a asset. In economics, this asset is mostly used in the banking sector. All the banks have a assets and other side is a liabilities. Okay. Whatever the banks have given the loan to the customer is bank's asset, because from these loans bank gets some interest rate. They charge some interest rate on this loan, and from this interest rate banks get interest. Okay. And other side, the money of customer which is in a savings account and current account, it is liabilities for the bank. Okay. Asset means loans, bank charge some interest rate, and whatever interest it gained, it is a asset for the bank. And for liability, saving account and current account amount or deposit, you can say, is the liability for the bank. Okay. This is the capital. First one is land, second is capital, third one is the labor. What we call the labor, whatever mental and physical work done, because what is the aim? To gain a monetary. Okay. Mental or physical work done because of the aim is to monetary gain, or you can say gain the money, is called labor. Labor, we have studied, land is the natural tool for production, while labor is the living factor of the production. Okay. What is the example? Farm labor, workers, teachers, doctor, businessmen. Okay. This worker is done we have studied physical labor, physical work, while teachers, doctor and businessmen is done a mental work. Okay. This is the first, land, capital, third one is labor and fourth is the entrepreneurship. The person who has a skill to contribute or contributing this land, labor and capital combining through at one place, this is called the entrepreneurship, or other term you can say the coordinating attitude or coordinating at one place of land, labor and capital, and from this making the profit, it is called entrepreneurship. Okay, entrepreneurship mostly which have a high amount of money. Okay, so they can start startup companies. Okay. Next topic is a distribution of factor of production. Okay. First one is unlimited wants, second is important order in terms of priority, third one is limited resource, and fourth one is the alternative use of the resources. First, human wants are unlimited while resources to the fulfill this need is limited. No country in this world has a unlimited content of resource. Okay, so we should conserve resource, we should make a planning of this resource. Okay, so one has to make a selection among these wants. Okay, human wants are unlimited, but we has to select some wants out of that. Okay, first is unlimited wants. Human wants are unaccountable and unlimited. So from this, so many wants is originated from the one wants. Out of this, some wants are fulfilled, while other wants arises from because of the science and technology. So what humans should do is to make a priority list of these resources, and he or she should make a perfect planning and conservation of these resources. Okay, second one is a important order in terms of priority. First, individual or person has to decide that which wants is more important for them. Second, out of this, he has to satisfy some important wants earlier and the not necessity or not necessary want in a later one. Okay, and third, more important wants firstly satisfied than the later one. Okay, third topic, limited resources. We all know that the factor of production is made up from the natural wealth and a man-made wealth. Okay, we have studied four factor of production: land, capital, labor and entrepreneurship. So out of these four factors, land is a natural wealth, while capital, labor and entrepreneurship is the man-made wealth. Out of this, land is a natural tool for production, while labor is a living tool for the production, or you can say factor of the production. So factor of production consisting of a natural wealth and a man-made wealth. So human should utilize these resources very judicially, or you can say very wisely. Third is a limited resource. Fourth one is a alternative use of resource. When any tool of production may be utilized in more than one way, each tool has a multiple uses, or you can say each tool has a alternative use. Let's take one example. If suppose you cultivate a wheat in some particular land, so other crop like maize, groundnut and etc. other crops can't be grown in this particular land. So you can say this land has only one use. This land doesn't specify in a alternative uses of resource. Okay, this is the four distribution of factor of production. First is a unlimited wants, second is a important order in terms of priority, third is a limited resource, and fourth is the important use of resources. Next one is a method of allocating resources. Most of the country follow two methods. First is a market system and second one is a socialist system. And when we combine these two systems, there is a development of third system. It is a market plus socialist. It is a mixed system, or you can say a mixed economy. Okay. Market system. Countries like Japan and America have been used this type of method. Okay. Russia, Britain and other countries use socialist type of system, while India used the mixed system or mixed economy. In this, there is a combination of market system and a socialist system. Okay. Other name for the market system is a free economy, and second one is the capitalist system. Okay, what is the two other name of market system? First is a free economy and second one is a capitalist system. Why free economy? Because some rich person is dominating this type economy through their invisible hand. In this type of economy, there is no interference of a government or a state. So that's why it is called a free economy. Resource allocation. In this market system, resource allocation is done on the basis of a profit. Okay. Second one is new research and development is done in this market system. Fourth one is labor is working in a great extent because of the competition, and the entrepreneur has to make some profit out of this. That's why labor's capacity should be increased in the market type of system. Okay. Socialist system. In this type of system, government, most of the big infrastructure and services are held by the government. Okay, so government interfere in this type of system, or most of the decisions would be taken by the government. And the last one is a mixed system. Market system plus socialist system is equal to mixed system. In this mixed system, some decisions were taken by some capitalist or some rich person, while some decision is taken by a government. So this is the mixed system.